Ever found yourself at the mercy of your own emotions, feeling like you're walking a tightrope over an endless sea of turmoil? Today, we're venturing into the heart of this universal struggle. Imagine being so deeply entangled in your feelings that it feels like you're losing yourself, piece by piece. It's a story as old as time, yet as fresh as each of our daily struggles. In the echoes of the ancient Stoics and the epic tales of heroes like Anakin Skywalker, there lies a hidden truth about mastering the chaos of our emotions. This isn't just philosophy. It's a practical guide to transforming our deepest fears into stepping stones for growth and resilience. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by your feelings, or if you're seeking a path to emotional balance, you're in the right place. Together, we'll unravel these mysteries and embark on a journey to reclaim control over our emotional world. Ready to turn your emotional battles into victories? Let's dive into this adventure, and as we embark on this eye-opening journey, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more insightful content. And remember, watch it through to the end without skipping, because every moment of this journey counts. Step 1. Step away for a while. The first step in managing overwhelming emotions and situations is to give yourself a little break. Think of it like stepping out of a loud, crowded room where the noise is so overwhelming that you can't hear your own thoughts. When you step away, it's not about escaping your problems, but about giving yourself the space to think and feel with more clarity. This idea was echoed by the ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca, who believed in the value of retreating into oneself to gain perspective. In this quiet space, away from the chaos and noise of daily life, you can start to see things differently. You might begin to understand what's really bothering you and why. This isn't about avoiding your problems, but about taking a moment to breathe and collect your thoughts. It's like looking at a painting from a distance to see the whole picture, rather than standing too close and only seeing a small part of it. This concept isn't new or restricted to Stoic philosophy. Even Aristotle, the famous Greek philosopher, emphasized the importance of self-reflection in achieving a balanced life. He believed that understanding oneself is the beginning of all wisdom. When you step back from a situation, you're practicing a form of self-reflection. Stepping away also allows you to cool down emotionally. If you're feeling angry, frustrated, or overwhelmed, a short break can help you calm down and prevent you from making decisions or saying something you might regret later. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By taking a step back, you're giving yourself the chance to react in a more thoughtful and measured way. It's important to understand that this step doesn't mean you're giving up or showing weakness. Instead, it's a sign of strength and wisdom. It takes courage to recognize when you need a break and to give yourself permission to take it. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher and a Roman emperor, often wrote about the importance of understanding and managing one's own mind and emotions. He believed that our reactions to our circumstances have a greater impact on our happiness than the circumstances themselves. Step 2. Think about why you're stepping back. After you've taken a moment to step away, the next vital step is to think deeply about why you're doing it. This is like being the captain of a ship who needs to decide which direction to steer in. You're in charge of your journey, and every decision you make affects where you end up. This is a moment for introspection, where you question the influence of people and situations in your life. Stoic philosopher Epictetus, known for his practical wisdom, emphasized the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who contribute positively to our lives. He encouraged us to reflect on our associations and to choose those that help us become the best versions of ourselves. So in this step, you should ask yourself some critical questions. Is this person or situation aiding my growth, or are they pulling me down? Are they adding value to my life, or are they a source of constant stress and negativity? This kind of self-inquiry is not just limited to Stoicism. Socrates, the classical Greek philosopher, famously said, "An unexamined life is not worth living." He believed that understanding oneself and one's motivations is key to a meaningful life. By examining why you feel the need to step back, you're gaining crucial insights into your life and your relationships. This step is about being honest with yourself. It's about recognizing the impact of people and situations on your mental and emotional well-being. Just as a plant needs the right environment to grow, you need the right surroundings to flourish. This doesn't mean you should only seek out positive experiences. Challenges are important for growth too. However, there's a difference between constructive challenges that propel you forward and destructive situations that hold you back. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher and a Roman emperor, often spoke about the importance of being mindful of our thoughts and associations. He believed in the power of the mind to shape our experiences and our reactions to them. By contemplating your reasons for stepping back, you're practicing this mindfulness. You're considering not just the immediate effects of your surroundings, but also their long-term impact on your growth and happiness. Step 3. Talk to someone you trust. In the journey of self-discovery and emotional management, a crucial step is to seek counsel or simply converse with someone you deeply trust. When you're entangled in a web of emotions or a confusing situation, a conversation with a trusted person can be like a ray of light in a dark room. They can help you view things from angles you hadn't considered. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who deeply understood the intricacies of the human mind, likened a good friend to a mirror. Just as a mirror reflects your physical appearance, a good friend reflects aspects of your inner world that you might be blind to. The value of such conversations lies in gaining perspectives that are removed from your immediate emotional responses. When you're deeply involved in a situation, it can be like being lost in a forest, unable to find your way out. Talking to someone you trust is like finding a guide who can help you see the path that leads out of the forest. They can help you navigate through the confusion and emotional turmoil by offering insights or simply by listening, which in itself can be incredibly therapeutic. This idea of seeking external perspectives isn't just limited to Stoicism. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates emphasized the importance of dialogue in the pursuit of truth and self-knowledge. He believed that through questioning and discussing, we can uncover deeper understandings of ourselves and our situations. Likewise, in talking to someone you trust, you engage in a process of exploration, not just of the situation, but also of your own thoughts and feelings. Moreover, it's important to choose who you talk to wisely. The person should be someone who understands you, someone who can listen without judgment and offer insights that are considerate and helpful. In the context of Western philosophy, Aristotle spoke about the importance of friendship and the role it plays in developing a good and virtuous life. He believed that true friends help each other grow and flourish. Step 4. Set limits on your emotions. Managing our emotions is a crucial aspect of living a balanced and fulfilling life. It's important to understand that emotions, just like waves in the ocean, are a natural and unavoidable part of our existence. We can't stop these waves from coming, but what we can do is learn how to navigate through them effectively. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, profoundly stated that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of these events. This highlights the power we have over our emotional responses. Think of your emotions as a spectrum. On one end, there are calm, gentle feelings, and on the other end, there are intense, overwhelming emotions. It's normal to experience the entire range of this spectrum, but the key is not to let the intense emotions take control and steer you off course. You should acknowledge and understand your emotions, but also set boundaries so that they don't dictate your actions and decisions. This concept of controlling our reactions and not our emotions themselves is echoed in Western philosophy as well. Plato, for instance, discussed the idea of the charioteer, reason, who must control the horses, passions, and appetites. This metaphor beautifully illustrates the concept of not being enslaved by our emotions, but rather guiding them with reason and understanding. Furthermore, setting limits on your emotions does not mean suppressing or ignoring them. It means recognizing them, understanding their source, and then making a conscious decision on how to react. This is where the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, becomes relevant. He believed in the power of the mind to create a personal inner fortress, where despite what's happening outside, you can maintain a sense of peace and rationality. It's about creating a balance, feeling your emotions fully, but not getting swept away by them. Just as a skilled sailor knows how to navigate through stormy seas by adjusting the sails and not fighting against the wind, you too can learn to adjust your responses to your emotions. It's a process of recognizing when an emotion is taking the driver's seat and gently but firmly taking back the control. Step 5. Think about the consequences. When facing significant decisions, especially those involving emotional detachment or distancing from someone, it's crucial to ponder the potential consequences. Before you take a step that could alter your life or relationships, ask yourself, what will happen if I go through with this? Will this decision lead me toward a state of peace and personal growth, or could it result in regret and lost opportunities? This step involves not just thinking about the immediate effects, but also considering the long-term repercussions of your actions. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, known for his wisdom on self-discipline and introspection, often emphasized the importance of foresight and considering the consequences of one's actions. He believed in the power of rational thought to navigate life's complex decisions. By anticipating the potential outcomes of your actions, you engage in a process of rational evaluation, which is crucial for making wise decisions. This contemplation is not just about self-interest, but also about understanding how your decisions impact those around you. Seneca, another Stoic thinker, highlighted the interconnectedness of human relationships and the importance of considering others in our decisions. When you think about distancing yourself from someone, reflect on how it will affect not only your life, but also theirs. Will this decision bring mutual growth, or could it cause unnecessary pain or misunderstanding? In the realm of Western philosophy, Aristotle's concept of the golden mean, which advocates for finding a balance between two extremes, can be applied here. In making decisions, especially emotional ones, aim for a middle ground that respects both your well-being and that of others. It's about finding a path that contributes positively to your life without causing undue harm. Furthermore, reflecting on past experiences can be a valuable guide in this process. Remember situations where you've had to make similar decisions and consider the outcomes. What lessons did you learn? How did those decisions shape your life and relationships? Use these reflections as a compass to guide your current decision-making process. Step 6. Take a break from social media. In our modern world, one of the most impactful steps you can take for your mental and emotional well-being is to temporarily step away from social media. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and others have become integral parts of our daily lives, but they can also be sources of stress, anxiety, and overwhelming information. Think of social media as a relentless downpour on a tranquil lake. Each notification or update can be a raindrop, disturbing the peace of your mind. Taking a break from these platforms allows the surface of your mental lake to become calm again. The concept of distancing oneself from overwhelming sources isn't new and finds resonance in the teachings of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, spoke about the importance of maintaining inner peace and not allowing external events to disturb it. He believed in focusing on things within our control and letting go of what we cannot control. In modern terms, we might not be able to control the endless stream of content on social media, but we can control our engagement with it. During this break from social media, focus on activities that bring you joy and peace. This could be anything from reading a book, spending time in nature, practicing a hobby, or simply enjoying quiet moments. The key is to engage in activities that replenish your mental energy rather than deplete it. This aligns with the concept of eudaimonia, a term used by Aristotle, which refers to a state of being that is focused on achieving the highest human good and living a life of virtue and fulfillment. Moreover, taking a break from social media offers an opportunity to reconnect with yourself and your immediate surroundings. It's easy to get lost in the virtual world and lose touch with the tangible, beautiful aspects of life that are right in front of us. Plato, another great philosopher, emphasized the importance of understanding the reality that surrounds us, as opposed to the shadows and reflections that we might perceive as reality. In the context of social media, this means stepping back from the curated and often distorted online representations of life to appreciate and engage with the real world. Step 7. Focus on what you really need. The final and perhaps most crucial step in managing your emotional well-being is to concentrate on what is genuinely essential for your happiness and growth. This step is about introspection and identifying what nurtures your soul and spirit. Imagine your life as a garden. Just as a garden requires the right balance of sunlight, water, and nutrients to flourish, your life needs a mix of elements that foster your personal and emotional growth. This process of focusing on what you really need is reminiscent of the teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius. Aurelius often spoke about understanding what is essential in life and letting go of what is unnecessary. He believed in the importance of focusing on things that are within our control and contribute positively to our well-being. In your life, this might mean prioritizing relationships that enrich you, engaging in activities that bring you joy, and cultivating habits that support your mental and physical health. Similarly, Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of discerning between what we need and what we want. He taught that true freedom and happiness come not from acquiring what we desire, but from desiring only what is within our power to attain. In modern terms, this could be understood as focusing on your personal values and goals, rather than getting caught up in external definitions of success and happiness. Moreover, this step resonates with the concept of eudaimonia, a term used by Aristotle, which refers to a state of being well and living well. Aristotle believed that achieving eudaimonia involves fulfilling your true nature, which can be discovered through self-reflection and understanding what is truly important to you. This means identifying and nurturing your strengths, passions, and values. It's also about simplifying your life to concentrate on what matters most. This can involve decluttering your physical space, which can also lead to a decluttering of the mind. It's about reducing the noise and distractions that pull you away from your path of personal growth and happiness. In essence, focusing on what you really need is about understanding yourself better. It's about recognizing what brings you genuine happiness, peace, and fulfillment, and making these things a priority in your life. This is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process of self-discovery and growth. As you evolve, your needs might change, and it's important to be flexible and adaptable in your approach. Remember, by nurturing your personal garden with what it truly needs, you pave the way for a life that is not just lived, but well lived, rich in personal growth and fulfillment. As we wrap up our journey together today, remember that the path to emotional well-being isn't just a series of steps. It's a lifelong voyage of self-discovery, growth, and resilience. Each moment of self-reflection, each decision to focus on what truly matters, is a step towards a more fulfilled and peaceful you. Your life, much like a beautifully unique garden, thrives on the care and attention you give to it. So nurture it with love, understanding, and wisdom. As you continue to sail through the vast ocean of life, keep these teachings as your guiding stars, and remember, you have the strength and the tools to navigate even the stormiest of seas. And now, if you're looking to dive deeper into this ocean of self-discovery and wisdom, I invite you to watch one of the playlists on the screen. Each video is a beacon of knowledge and insight, designed to guide you further along this path of personal growth and emotional mastery. Click on the playlist, continue your journey, and let's grow together. Remember, in the garden of life, every step of learning and understanding is a seed of wisdom waiting to bloom.